Okay, let's check out a new effect in Ableton Live 11. It's going to be under Audio Effects, Delay and Loop, Spectral Time. First, I just have a keyboard here just to display what I'm playing. A simple sound, a bright sound, so we can hear the effect in Wavetable. And let's load Spectral Time onto this track. And later we'll also check it with drums, just as a different example. So Spectral Time is an FFT effect, meaning that it splits the sound into particles, and then it can change various things like the phase, amplitude, pitch, and essentially process the sound in this broken down manner. So first of all, we have two chained effects here. One is the freezer. Let's turn it off. Let's first of all focus on the delay. And first of all, we have two dry wet, one for the delay and one globally for the device. Let's put it on 100% right now. And the delay will still be 50% wet. Nice. Here's the time of the delay, right now in milliseconds. You can change it to synchronize notes. Or 16th, how many 16th, dotted 16, and triplet 16th. Let's go back to time. Here is the feedback, just like any other delay, gonna increase the amount of echoes. And because we're having this FFT processor, meaning that we're splitting the frequencies or we're splitting the sound into particles, we have here a built-in frequency shifter. Let's bring it up. Nice. Here we got the dry wet of the delay. Now down here, we have the knobs that allow us to actually play around with the different particles. So for example, the tilt, if we bring it up, the higher particles, the higher frequencies, are going to be longer delay timed. Or, in reverse, the lower frequencies are going to be with longer delay times. Nice. The spray is going to decide the range of which all the particles' delay times are going to be spread across. We can see it's kind of random. There's a lot of particles going around. Let's bring this up. Now the mask is going to limit the effect of the tilt and spray if you bring it up on the high frequencies and if you bring it down on the low frequencies. Let's listen to that. Nice. Now right here we have stereo, which is going to spread all the particles to the left and right. Here we go. Nice, we can see the spectrogram right here. You can fold it if you want. And we have the resolution of essentially low is going to be lower fidelity, lower quality of sound, or thinner sound in return for higher performance, lower latency. Let's listen to that. And ultra is going to give us the most amount of power processing, fidelity, sound quality, or fullness of all the particles. Right here we have the input send. That's essentially what's the volume that we're sending into the effect. And if I bring it all the way down in 100% wet, we're not going to hear anything. So let's bring it back up. Nice. So that's the delay. You can put it on anything you want and experiment because it's just a regular delay with that extra ability. Let's close this. Extra ability to shift and process all the different particles in various ways. Let's put the spectral time on this track. This is a loop I took from the core library. Ableton Live 11 has much more sounds built in, which is great. Let's first of all turn it off. Just a loop here. Okay, let's turn it on. Let's put the dry wet. All right, and we can play with it. Come up with some crazy stuff. Okay, so let's turn this off. Nice. So that's the delay section. Now here we have the freezer. And the freezer allows you to essentially freeze and stretch, kind of hold the particles. So first of all, you have manual mode. Let's just hit freeze. right? So we just freeze everything. Very cool. We even froze. We can see down here the bass note. Okay, we can go to retrigger, and then it would listen to transients. Okay, it will listen to transients. We can change the sensitivity. So it's triggering the freezing with every kick and snare and some of the other percussion. Here we can crossfade between every freeze. So if you bring it too much up, might not make sense in retrigger mode. But here we have fade in and fade out. So fading in the new freezing particles and fading out. You can make some short stuff. Nice, and you can also synchronize by milliseconds or by time divisions, note divisions. And you can completely transform sounds to different things by just playing around with this. And I would recommend try to use it on special effects, on voice, bass guitar. And of course, we're going a bit extreme here. It can also be low amounts of the dry wet. And the last thing we have here, you can right click and choose avoid freezing offsets, which in some instances might clean up some the sound with some clicks and pops. So this is the Spectral Time. Check it out. New effect in Ableton Live 11.